growth of the do-it-yourself market in Britain has undoubtedly been spurred on by the trend in modern house building, where to a large extent, a housing estate in one part of the country is quite likely to closely resemble many other estates elsewhere, and the houses themselves tend to be of uniform construction and appearance. Man's individuality simply won't allow him to live in a home in every way identical to that of his neighbours, and although external alterations within the realms of do-it-yourself are generally limited, inside the house the possibilities are truly limitless, and it's here where the do-it-yourself market has become most concentrated. Long gone are the days when the most ambitious project a handyman was likely to attempt was putting up a row of shelves. Nowadays, anyone with a few basic tools, a little knowledge, and maybe a little help from the family can tackle all manner of alterations and improvements around the home. There's nothing to beat the satisfaction of completing a job yourself, and the do-it-yourself industry, recognizing this simple basic instinct in us all, has geared itself to making the seemingly most complex DIY tasks as easy as ABC. F.W. Mason & Sons Limited is a major company within the DIY industry, manufacturing a large range of plain stripwoods and wood mouldings in its Nottinghamshire factories, together with supplying a seemingly inexhaustible range of wood-based sheet materials, some cut to handy panel sizes, to suit the demands of the home improver. Founded in 1929 by the late F.W. Mason, this thriving family concern has been maintained and built upon since 1962 by his wife and 3 sons. Over 50 years of personalized service speaks for itself, both in the quality of product and the efficiency of manufacture and delivery. The company's modern purpose-built factory, warehousing and office complex is situated in the Colwick Industrial Estate, Nottingham, and covers a site of some 12 acres. Further warehousing and distribution facilities are based at Berkeley in County Durham, serving the northeast of England and western and eastern Scotland, and Pinxton on the borders of Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire, dealing with sheet materials and door products. From these 3 depots, regular weekly deliveries are maintained throughout the UK. Mason's mouldings and plain stripwoods are generally manufactured from 2 species of timber, the first species being ramen, a hardwood imported from Malaysia and Indonesia, and which has a close, straight grain, takes a good finish, and can be either painted, stained, or varnished. The second species is European redwood, a softwood grown in Russia and Scandinavia. The quality of redwood varies considerably, and masons take special care in ensuring that they purchase their stocks from those areas where only the finest redwood for moulding is grown. Huge stocks of both species are housed in more than 100,000 square feet of sheds and storage bays at the company's Colwick complex. Indeed, so vast are Mason's stocks that they're able to maintain production and continuity of supply, even at times when the availability of raw timber is impeded. On this knotty pine cladding line, the timber is carried via a conveyor onto a tilt hoist which lifts the timber onto an automatic side transfer unit. Each piece of timber is then fed into band resaws in line. The timber, cut lengthways into 4 pieces, is then carried into a high-speed planing and moulding machine, which first planes the timber to a smooth finish, and then tongues and grooves each piece. The cladding is then finally transferred onto a third side transfer unit prior to being bundled, cut to length, and then, where required, automatically shrink wrapped. Shrink wrapping ensures that the finished product is protected and encourages the sale of complete bundles. The next time the cladding is touched by hand is when it's unwrapped in the purchaser's home. Having fixed the batten to the walls, a little care is all that's needed to fix the cladding in position. Once Ramin timber enters the moulding line, the tarred ends, which have protected the stored timber against cracking and splitting in the drying process, are removed by a cross-cut machine. All timber is also cut to the lengths required prior to machining. After cross-cutting, the timber is cut lengthways on a resaw machine. It is then fed into a moulding machine. Finished mouldings are transported to the daily warehouse area, where they're stacked in an upright position to facilitate at-a-glance identification of the selected lengths required when packing orders for speedy dispatch. Surplus production is housed in the bulk storage warehouse until the daily racks need topping up. All orders are checked prior to loading via conveyors onto one of Mason's lorries, part of a vast fleet of delivery vehicles owned and maintained by the company, ensuring total control over the reliability and frequency of deliveries throughout the whole of the UK. The home handyman may well take for granted the vast selection of ready-made materials now available to him for a wide variety of uses, and so he should, because the DIY market survives on satisfying public demand, whatever form that may take. Boards such as plywood, blockboard and chipboard are also cut to a wide variety of panel sizes to suit customers' popular requirements on this purpose-made machine. To ensure the continual smooth running of production lines at all times, general maintenance of all machines and saw blades are carried out at the works, thus minimizing the effects that breakdowns can have on production output and ensuring top quality machining. A range of standard size doors, both for internal and external use, are another line stocked by masons. The exterior doors are completely shrink-wrapped in heavy-duty polythene. The care being exercised by masons in the manufacture of their own products is equalled only by the care taken in the warehousing of the range of products they distribute, The eventual customer needs to feel that the product he's purchased has been made specifically for him, that care has been taken both in design and actual construction, that high-quality materials have been employed throughout, and that his purchase gives him total satisfaction and value for money. A recent addition is this range of self-assembly furniture formed of solid pine and comprising 3- and 5-drawer units, bedside table, child's desk and storage bench. No great basic skill is required to assemble any of the units, but the end users obtain a great deal of satisfaction and enjoyment from the result of their handiwork. No matter how much care is taken in handling goods in the factory or the warehouse, or how keenly quality control is imposed during manufacture, all this can be put at risk by damage occurring during transit to retail outlets. When one considers that not only do masons supply major retail superstores, whose standards are known by the public to be very high, but they also carry out a very high proportion of their business supplying to hundreds of medium and small independently owned stores who rely in their own areas on tip-top quality and service. Masons have devoted great energies in creating a delivery system based upon a detachable lorry body of their own design, incorporating vertical stacking racks, virtually eliminating the problems of goods being damaged in transit. With their large transport fleet incorporating this lorry body design, Mason's customers know that they're guaranteed deliveries on a weekly basis anywhere in the country,